Hallo und herzlich willkommen zur neuen Folge von Slay the Princess. Ich würde einfach sagen, wir gehen ab, Protest down the stairs. Let's go.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, her wrist still bound to the wall by a heavy chain. This cell is a dark and isolated place, with not so much as a window to allow starlight to penetrate the gloom. See? She's dead.
No! What foul trickery is this? How can this be? We just saw her alive and well a moment ago, floating away transparently.
Whatever we saw was a ghost. I thought we were all on the same page. Do try to keep up. Your thoughts are interrupted by the sound of a slamming door and a clicking lock. You turn to see the shade of the princess staring down at you from the top of the stairs, clutching a brightly burning torch. So that's where the blade is. It's already in her heart. And yet she isn't dead. She is dead. Have you never heard of a ghost before?
Oh, for the love of... Can we not waste time arguing over the semantics of what is and isn't dead? She is clearly conscious. She clearly just slammed the door on you, and she clearly has a weapon. Your pristine blade sticking out of her chest. This is extremely bad. Catastrophic, even.
Yeah, dead or not, what are we supposed to do about her? Slaying, or destroying, if we want to be a little more death-neutral, seems off the table.
We make amends. She obviously still holds us in her heart. She's bearing a torch for us and everything.
But she hasn't said anything. Are you sure she can talk like this?
You came back. I missed you.
That angelic voice. I missed you too, my beloved.
You sure snapped back to your old self quick.
Yes. Seeing her dazzling countenance again has reignited the warmth in my heart. I have found it in me to forgive the sins this body has committed. We can have our perfect romance after all.
This is a bad place. We're supposed to be together, but it keeps making us hurt each other.
The torch falls from the princess's hand and bounces down the stairs.
It'll be so much better when it's gone.
The skeletal wood of the basement, perfectly dry after uncountable years of desiccation, immediately catches fire.
She's trying to kill us. A misplaced escalation of her passions, but clearly she still cares for us. I say we burn with her.
Der ist zu verliebt er ist so gesehen blind vor Liebe. Rush for the blade, rush for the door. Are you mad at me for killing you? I'm sorry. I'm going to burn. Let me out. Are you trying to kill me? Why didn't you close the door? Komm, wir fragen sie mal.
Because I wanted to be with you. I don't want you to leave.
See? Everything's fine. She wants to be with us.
Yeah, in a bad way.
She just has a unique way of expressing things.
The fire grows quickly, devouring the basement, dancing up the walls and painting every surface with strokes of flame. You're choked by smoke, and the air around you grows uncomfortably warm. We've never burned to death before. I wonder how it's going to feel.
Bad! I bet it'll feel really, really bad.
Yes, it will be terrible, so you'd better come up with something to do and fast. Your personal safety is far from the only thing she's threatening right now.
I think a bit of fiery passion is good for the world. You're just trying to spoil her fun. I'm not spoiling anything. I'm trying to prevent oblivion.
Rushed to the blade, würde ich sagen, oder? Aber ich würde sagen, das safe wir trotzdem. Dass wir uns dann beim nächsten Mal, oder später uns umentscheiden, die andere Variante noch sehen können. Und jetzt dann rushed before the blade.
As you rush up the stairs towards the princess, the entire cabin erupts into a raging inferno. You push through the flames, trying to ignore the choking hot air filling your lungs. You manage to reach her, your hand wrapping around the hilt of the blade. The metal is already blistering hot. Your hand sizzles as it melts on contact. You can't so much as pull away, your nerves seizing up as they're fried, the bones of your hand fusing in place around the weapon. The princess, smiling warmly as her skin bubbles away, places her hand on yours and clutches it to her chest. The pain is unbearable at first. Every inch of you screams as your flesh is stripped away, your muscles stiffening as they're cooked, your blood boiling in your veins.
So, ich musste mal kurz loswerden. Hey, mir hat sich mein OBS aufgehangen. Dann habt ihr die Geschichte nicht gehabt, was jetzt in der... Warte. Da. Erzähler bis jetzt erzählt hatte. Ich will jetzt mal kurz mal das einblenden. So. Und bei der da sind wir jetzt gerade eben. Wie sie brennt. Und wir auch, weil sie unsere Hand umschlungen hat um ihr Schwert, das Blade. Jetzt gehen wir weiter. Let's go.
But it isn't long before the flames take your nerves, and with them, your ability to feel much of anything. See? That wasn't so bad. It was so bad. But somehow, nothing is so much worse. You'll get used to it.
There are still the feelings of the heart. Those never go away.
Oh, they always do in the end. You just haven't experienced enough. Eventually you'll want them to stop too. You'll make them stop. Trust me. The princess's smile never fades. Her skin peels away, and then her muscle, until all you can see is her charring skull, locked in an eternal grin.
It's very romantic, really. We got our happy ending after all. We can die happy.
Ja, gut. Spiegel haben wir wieder, ne?
She's gone.
Gehen wir gleich zum Spiegel hin und schauen uns das an.
Ignore the cowards. You have to look.
Ja, kennen wir ja. Mal schauen, wie es jetzt aussieht. Wie es brennt sie.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement.
Ja, okay, das kennen wir alles. Und dann haben wir so gesehen.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time.
A burning facial. Okay. Nicht safe. Wir laden. Würde ich sagen, hier erstmal das. Und machen Rush the Door.
As you rush up the stairs, the entire cabin erupts into a raging inferno. You ignore the princess, throwing yourself headlong against the door, bashing at it with your clenched fists in a vain attempt at freedom. It's no use. You're stuck here. Your skin starts to bubble. As layers of you peel away into raw, seeping burns, you feel a hand on yours. You turn to see the princess, face bright and smile wide with manic affection. She clutches you close to her chest, watching with loving eyes as the flames eat you away, bit by bit.
Aber das Zauber, der ist
Pain
nur bei den
is
Händen.
unbearable at first. Every inch of you screams as your flesh is stripped away, your muscles stiffening as they're cooked, your blood boiling in your veins. But it isn't long before the flames take your nerves, and with them, your ability to feel much of anything.
Das sind wir auch, hat sie wieder uns gepackt und so gesehen, unsere Hand, und hat sie zum Blade geführt. Sie will nicht alleine sterben, sondern mit uns.
See? That wasn't so bad. It was so bad. But somehow, nothing is so much worse. You'll get used to it. There are still the feelings of the heart. Those never go away. Oh, they always do in the end. You just haven't experienced enough. Eventually you'll want them to stop too. You'll make them stop. Trust me. The princess's smile never fades. Her skin peels away, and then her muscle, until all you can see is her charring skull, locked in an eternal grin. It's very romantic, really.
Ja. Geben wir aber den Spiegel wieder.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
Ignore the cowards. You have to look.
Ja, steht sie auch so genau da.
Flickering lights in
Mhm. Und würde ich sagen, nehmen wir auch wieder gleich das Ende hier.
I will long for your return.
Haben wir genau das gleiche Ende erzielt, okay. Damit. Wir laden mal das da hier. Yes. Und wenn ich jetzt so sage, das.
You can't run from your consequences forever. One way or another, you'll have to face what you've done.
Let's see what we can find. It's bound to be more interesting than doing the same thing over again.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up at the cabin, but everything is getting
What's going on? Where are we? I don't know. But it feels like home. Of course, oblivion is what we deserve.
Was passiert da? The world around you is onward. Its physical matter replaced by a text-turned nothing. You find yourself and the long, quick. Once again, memory returns. There is a distant rumbling, our sound of many sounds, and the elections plus louder and something other can close. You already know that delves in the empty space. Oh, die Arme kommen diesmal zu uns, nicht zur Prinzessin. Fears, props, errors, the fabrics of reality, extremities find your constrictness and web themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Confusion, why are you here? I am unfinished. Resistance fingers draw close arrows and close glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This field is full of you. It is useless to us if it doesn't bring more gifts. Forge pushing against, you will know you cannot go back. Not there. Recreate. This world is broken. Boring. Repair. We must weave something new. Awakening fingers. There is only so much street in this place. Do not waste it. I am your only slave. Und so sind wir auch da gestorben.
You're on a path in the woods.
So sind wir auch gestorben. Haben wir das auch abgehakt, so gesehen. Haben wir die untere Reihe alles abgehakt. Das hier auch. Da haben wir nur noch das. Und ich würde sagen, wir machen das trotzdem noch. Slay the Princess. Mal sehen, was passiert.
Without hesitation, bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Fine. The wound drives her to the ground. Okay. There's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm. Your knife cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw. Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
Slays the princess.
Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
Give up. Finish the job. Wisst ihr was? Wir safen das mal. Würde ich einfach mal sagen. Ja, wir können es einfach hier. Ja, wir machen es einfach hier. Und wir beenden mal unseren Job.
You steel your resolve and take another step closer to the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can still make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? What's this about not making it out of here alive? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone in this room is still standing right now. Don't act so surprised. Can you not feel all those gashes and holes pulling you apart? If the princess doesn't do you in here, blood loss is certain to finish the job. You take another step forward, and the princess lunges towards you. The two of you enter one last exchange, a flurry of blade and claw and fleshy ribbons, and then you stop. Neither you nor princess able to go any further. You collapse on the ground, and the princess collapses beside you. Blood pools around you both, and you watch each other fade away.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
Silence as the room starts to get fuzzy around you. You've paid a terrible price, but you've saved us all. It's over.
If you think this is it, you're sorely mistaken. One way or another, I'll make sure you pay for this.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Wow. Ah, jetzt sind wir bei der Witch wieder. Okay.
You're on a path in the wood.
Jetzt sind wir wieder bei der Witch. Okay. Irgendwie ein bisschen strange, aber trotzdem sind wir bei der Witch. Gut, aber ich würde sagen, wir gehen in der Nähe dahin.
A warning.
Ja, geh mal rein.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of
Und würde sagen, in der nächsten Folge werden wir uns das Blade schnappen und nach unten gehen. Aber das alles in der nächsten Folge. Damit sage ich es mir. Vielen herzlichen Dank fürs Zuschauen. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Haut rein. Ciao.